Marilyn Manson, I interviewed on his tour bus.
That's a wild
20 years ago.
Wait,
Yeah.
it's super wild.
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane.
Yeah. He had a camera on the front end of a dildo, and he stuck it down his. He showed me his bald hair.
Can you believe that?
I mean, with Marilyn Manson, yeah, right?
Dude,
Like,
still though, again now I'm picturing, young 21-year-old, 25-year-old.
I was 22 years old. It was at the Ozzfest.
What do you even do in that scenario? I'd have been like,
Oh, wow. I was so
nice,
grossed out,
man.
but you don't like.
I was so nervous. So the guy's like, all right, I remember slamming a Budweiser, Bud heavy. And then walking on the bus, he's like, Marilyn, we'll see you right now. And he was like sucking on a lollipop. I'll never forget this. And he had
even weirder.
He had like the one eye or whatever.
oh my God.
And he was like, hey, what's up? And it's almost like he was like a skit. Like he had done that with anyone he had interviewed with.
Like it was a
that
character
day.
type thing?
Yes, yeah. Like he's like, oh yeah. He's like, look up in that screen right now. He's like, that's my ball hair. He had like and I purposely tried not to.
I feel like he'd
out.
get Me Too'd or something. Like I feel like he'd get canceled for that nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all of his music would probably be canceled right now, right? Like,
that is true. But yeah, I mean, sometimes if you meet a celebrity and it's disappointing or it's awkward like that, like to your point, right? I mean, like how many people have met Michael Jordan and he was probably a total asshole to them? Do you know what I mean? Like he was notoriously addicted to people. Like,
Right.
I was just thinking when you said Garcia Parra, have you ever heard Slater's Nomar story?
Oh man,
you've been on the radio show with a couple times. I don't know if you ever. Oh,
They're 36.
Tremendous.
44. So this was 2001. I was at the Rack in Boston. It was a billiard place. It was a billiards place.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm just started drinking with buddies of mine or whatever, and I see Nomar playing pool over there, and I was like, I know this guy.
was he short? Is he smaller than you would think?
No, he's probably 5'10".
Okay.
5'11". So I was like, I walked up to him. I was like, hey, what's up, brother? Dude,
He big time Nomar.
Dude, he looked at me. He was like,
says it all.
do I know you? I was like, no, I'm just a fan, man. He's like, all right, great. Like, I'll see you, buddy.
Like,
dude,
buzz off, man.
I was crushed. I told that story to my father. I was like, oh yeah, Dad.
That's the mixtape guy, right? That is 100% the mixtape guy.
I'm the mixtape guy.
Dude.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm an intern at a radio station.
Yeah. Dude, I slapped Nomar Garcia on the back like I knew who he was, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was his buddy, bro.
Yeah.
And he told me to beat it. Like I told my father that story. He's like, if you ever do that again.
That was a life lesson right there.
It was
right?
a life lesson,
Yeah.
man. And then I did it again. I was at the Boston Commonwealth Hotel with Jackie, and Euclid walks by.
Oh, that's right.
This was just last year. Euclid walks by. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? He didn't even hear me.
Dude.
He's got the scally cap on, dude. I was like, dude, what is your problem, bro?
Stop being a fanboy.
I'm such a fanboy.
I am I couldn't be more.
like, what?
I would hide if because I like, that's just like we went to Yankee Stadium 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I
took a couple of my buddies and we went down and we had BP passes, which was sick, right?
Yeah.
And we walked in with Tristan Cassius and Todd Frazier. And like, I was not like, it was like, what's up, dude? Mm-hmm. I was not going to be like, can I get a pic? And like, Tristan was super cool.
I feel like it's situational. I feel like you have to read the room. I feel like they're, you know what I mean?
It was,
I can't help myself, dude. Imagine if I ever ran into like Ben Affleck.
I went to Panthers Bruins playoff game, not this year, but last year. Because the Bruins didn't make the playoffs this year. Anyway, we had the last row of the loge before like the boxes or whatever.
Yep.
And behind us was a box that had Sean Thornton, who was a longtime Bruin, but also now Panthers guy.
Yep.
And Chara was actually in there too. But Chara was way in the back. Sean was right up front. So I was like, you know what? Like, I waited till he was done the conversation. I was like, excuse me. I was like, would you mind? I mean, he was right up front. If you didn't want to be near the fans, and I was like, listen, I understand if you don't want to. He's like, no problem. Took a quick selfie with my cousin and I. He was chill. But like, if he's in the middle of a conversation, I'm not going to go and interrupt. If he was obviously hanging out in the back, now I'm not going to be like, hey, Chara, like, come over here. You know, I feel like it's very situational. You got to read the room. But I don't think there's anything wrong with being a fan at the same time. But you gotta listen. If he's out with his buddy, you shouldn't have
slapping him on the back is a wild move.
That was
a wild move.
Yeah, dude. I thought it was all right. Like I thought there was no problem with that.
Scrawny little, you know,
at the Rack in Boston.
Probably a stupid like soul patch going on here or something. You know,
dude.
That's
drinking Stoli Raz and Sprite, bro.
Oh my god.
That's all right. Paulie drinks hard cider. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
He gets ripped on for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Sandstorm by Darude was playing in the background. So, you might not know these references, but
that's just like
he's a young man.
That would not No.
Like, I think I ran into Joshua Jackson one time in the parking lot of a local place.
Do you know who that is?
No.
He played Pacey on
Pacey in
Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
And he was a duck too.
I should have gone there first, obviously.
So I ran into him there, and I thought of Marjo, and I thought of my Nomar story. I was like, not gonna do it.
Yeah,
I was like, and then Rachel Maddow, bumped into her. And then I think that's really it for like celebrity sightings.
Like somebody will see somebody walk by me, and then they're like, "Oh, that was so and so." I'm like, "Who?" Like I just am,
my buddy
not observant.
Chris bumped into Christopher Lloyd.
Mm-hmm. Do you know who that is?
Right around where
Back to the Future,
around where
crazy
we live.
old guy.
Of course,
Back to the Future.
yeah. Doc, right?
Yes, yes, Marty.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Come on the radio and talk about it." He's like, "No, I'm not about that life, bro."
Yeah.
But
still, like,
I'm like, "Really?"
In the back of your mind, as
I'm
a
not
business,
about that life.
In the back of your mind, as like a business person, like I would be thinking, like, "Oh, well, it'd be cool to meet that celebrity." Be like, "Hey, you want to wear one of my T-shirts?" I don't know. Again, like you don't want to be that guy, but you got to shoot your shot. Like we know of, there was a very famous actress, producer, director. We know her sister really well. She's local to the same town we're from. I ran into her at Tanglewood a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I gotta ask if we could ask your sister to be on the podcast. I know her well enough. I was like, I feel comfortable doing this. If you say no, you say no. You know, what are you gonna do?
Teddy Swim's girlfriend is from here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you didn't know.
I'm so
they just had a baby
to all that. I don't.
So Rach Wright is from Pittsfield, and
she's a singer too. We've had her on the show a bunch of times.
Yeah, we've had her on the radio, and yeah, they just had a baby. Her and Teddy.
I am so oblivious to all of
like pop culture stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't.
I feel like, are you? Really?
So I went to a basketball game. One of my buddies was working in basketball, and I sat like next to Elaine from Seinfeld.
Oh, Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
I didn't know anything.
Come on.
Dude, I've never watched Seinfeld.
What?
Everyone looks at me like I'm insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wasn't my thing.
I was going to make a joke about George Costanza making the wrong uniforms for the New York Yankees on that when you were talking about the Fanatics thing. And now I'm glad I did it.
And we sat next to her, and then after it was like, oh, you know that? I was like, I have no idea. She was cheering for her son played at Northwestern. My boy worked at Northwestern. So we went to the game, and she was in the stands next to us. And I was like, yeah, sick. Like, no idea who that is.
You're not impressed by celebrities.
It's not that I'm not. Like, if I saw
Drake. You just don't know. Yeah.
Like if I saw Drake.
What if you saw Kendrick?
Nah. No, but like if I saw Drake, I would be like, oh my God, right? Like, of course.
Yeah.
I'm a Drake guy. Or Luke Combs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
But like also too is I'm so scared of, which is the irony of being in business and being in sales, essentially. I'm terrified of somebody being like, dude, what? No, get away from me.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like,
and then
also
you?
too, yeah, exactly. But if I like Luke Combs to me is like the greatest guy in the world. And if I see him and he's a dickhead,
it's going to ruin it.
It's going to be like,
they say don't meet your heroes, right?
That song, right? Like I don't want to listen to that, right? So I think it's a little bit different of, like that stuff is different opposed to like what I'm doing business wise, because it's like, I can't fangirl you because you're treating me like a peer.